Alara, a kind woman with calloused hands and a heart full of unspoken dreams, was on her way home from the market when she saw it. A small bundle, swaddled in tattered cloth, nestled beside an overflowing bin. A soft, whimpering sound escaped the bundle, a sound that sliced through the mundane noise of the city streets. She cautiously approached, her breath catching in her throat as she peered inside. A baby, no bigger than her forearm, with a shock of dark hair and eyes like polished obsidian, stared back at her. The city, in its haste and indifference, had deemed this child unworthy. But Alara, who had long resigned herself to a solitary life, felt an immediate, fierce surge of protectiveness. She scooped up the infant, its tiny body surprisingly warm against her cold hands, and hurried home. She named him Kale, a name that meant strong and mighty, a wish she held close for his future. Life was not easy. Alara worked tirelessly, her days a blur of mending clothes for a pittance and scrimping every penny to ensure Kale had a warm meal and a patched-up shoe. Kale, in turn, was a boy of immense curiosity and sharp wit. He devoured books from the local library, his mind a sponge soaking up every bit of knowledge he could find. He would often watch Alara's weary face in the evenings, the lines of exhaustion etched around her eyes, and a quiet resolve would settle in his heart. Years passed, and Kale's intelligence blossomed. He won a scholarship to a prestigious university, and though it broke her heart to see him leave, Alara sent him off with a worn-out suitcase and a heart full of pride. He excelled in his studies, his genius in engineering quickly making a name for him. He built a life for himself, one of success and abundance. But he never forgot the woman who had pulled him from the wreckage of his past. The first thing he did with his new fortune was to buy Alara a small, sun-drenched cottage, far from the grimy city streets. He filled her days with comfort and her nights with peace. He hired caregivers to tend to her when she grew frail, and he would often visit, sitting by her side and reading to her, just as she had done for him so many years ago. Alara's life, which began in hardship and solitude, ended surrounded by love, comfort, and the profound gratitude of a son who was not hers by blood, but hers in every way that mattered. And Kale, in the quiet moments of his success, would always remember the gentle hands that had lifted him from the cold, and the loving heart that had given him a life. The story of Alara and Kale beautifully reflects several biblical themes, particularly those of unconditional love and the reward of righteousness. Two verses that strongly connect to this narrative are Proverbs 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. This verse speaks directly to Alara's role. She found a child who was abandoned and, despite her own struggles, raised him with love, values, and a thirst for knowledge. She didn't just give him food and shelter. She nurtured his spirit and intellect. Kale's eventual success and unwavering care for his mother are a direct result of the strong foundation Alara provided. The story shows that the moral and emotional training a parent gives a child, even if they are not their biological parent, will stay with them throughout their life. Ephesians 6 verses 2-3. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth. Kale's actions are a powerful embodiment of this commandment. He didn't just feel gratitude. He actively honored his mother in a tangible and lasting way. His success and the comfortable life he provides for Alara are a fulfillment of this promise. The story demonstrates that honoring one's parents, the people who sacrificed for you, is not only a moral duty, but also brings blessings. It emphasizes that the bond of family is defined by love and sacrifice, not by blood. Alara, in her own way, became a true mother to him, and he, in turn, became a true son who honored her.